Well, good morning, everybody. I want to do Under the Hood this morning. Well, first I want to do a shout out to people in Russell. I had some people in Russell watching my back for me yesterday. Russell is a small town. Got a lot of good people in it. If you notice my post this morning, there's some patterns that I've been watching for quite a while, going I think all the way back to Trump's first run for presidency and his presidency. It's pretty much that Russia and the United States for many years since the first Trump administration has been policies are starting to merge, are very similar. I did a search on that, but I didn't post it because I wanted to talk about it out here with my doggy dog. I think y'all remember most of it back when they was talking about how great it was, how Russia was great because they didn't have homosexuals and all that, and Christian nationalism stuff. But anyway, Project 2025 has a whole lot of the Russian kind of theology in it, or nationalism in it. And I noticed Andrei Gikh, I don't want to say his last name because I don't think I'd say it right. He did a post that I shared that actually had Russia pretty much making Bitcoin legal. That's what I shared this morning about him. At the same time, President Trump signed an executive order for gold-backed currency, right? So, blockchain for Russia and gold-backed for U.S. And these two nations got an awful lot in common. Both of them, beforehand, had it made. Now, you know how ideologies go. People and nations just talk about each other like they were dogs. But all of a sudden, they've joined together in a pack. So ideology is just meant to divide or cover and hide. And that's pretty much what it does. Whether it's religion, it don't really matter what it is, right? But what's so striking is both of them, supposedly on both other sides, our adversaries at one time were adversaries, had made a lot of money off their war machine, right? And controlled trade, right? You see what I'm getting at? And both of them are right now in wars with small nations. Russia with Ukraine, been going on a long time now. U.S. and Iran. And I want you to notice something. Neither one can win. And that goes to my post. Russia can't win against Ukraine, and the United States has come to a complete standstill, and they need to find a way out, and they can't. That those kind of power grabs and stuff like that, like Vietnam War and all that stuff, are now things of the past because of blockchain. And the nations that went into their own alliances, like China and other nations, are backing Iran. They're also backing Ukraine against the war machine powers. So, I can't say, I can talk about patterns, which you've been watching yourselves with Russia and the U.S. for years now with Trump. All those people that went over there. If you haven't watched Mysteries of the Abandoned, Season 4, Episode 8, you really should go watch it. It's called Pompey's Gates of Hell. But it's about the wall coming down in East Germany and the prison there. And once you see it, I, for one, when I watched it, it was awful familiar about some things that I've experienced since I turned the corporation in and they found out what I knew in 45 years. I fought 45 years to get what should have never been a fight, should have just been awarded. Because I was on a Navy ship when it happened at sea. Right. There was no way they couldn't have been held responsible, and they made me fight 45 years for it. With claims of drug addiction and all that. Stupid mess. And when they couldn't prove drug, it went over the substance, which is alcohol. So, just a wiggle and a womp. Anyway, they actually had it buried pretty good until we found out through a doctor that my left hip, the main artery had been clogged for many years, about 15 years. And that's why my hip come loose back in that day. And they were still trying to act like I was faking. I'm going to check the mail too. But even if, I can't prove that that's what they're doing, but the patterns, and they seem to be doing everything at the same time. They tried, the war machine has about broke both of them this time. The Soviet Union fell, not because Reagan said, turn out the wall, but because they've been fighting Afghanistan for many years. And they went broke fighting Afghanistan. Let's go check the mail, bud. Come on. He used to be let's just walk and enjoy the morning. Now he's trying to go off the way he can go off. I don't know what's up with that. Like he's reverting. So, the ideology is Russia this and Russia that, but the actual behind the scenes and actual foremost policies are turning out to be the same thing. But even if they are coming together and they want to try to, come on. Hey, you don't get to sit here and just stare, buddy. You want me to pick you up and throw you across my shoulder? But even if they did try, is that what you were waiting on to jump at that car? Even if they do try, it's not going to work. We got a U.S. representative, I don't know who he is, going over to talk to Russia. Talk to Russia, whatever. Here soon. In a month or two, I think. But look, even if they do come together and form a giant authoritarian bloc or whatever, they're still not going to be able to take over the world. Their military machines don't work anymore. That's obvious. For both. But both nations refuse to give up. That's why Trump's standing there. They're refusing to give up. It was a have to win, but Iran's lost. No way to get back. So, excuse me, please. But we got a lot going on, and I always talk about patterns. And I've been watching these patterns for a long time, and I've been listening. I couldn't believe it when they first started putting Russia up there as a great place. But that Mysteries of the Abandoned, Season 4, Episode 8, go in there and you'll find out what Putin knows and where he comes from. He was over a prison there, one of the worst prisons in East Germany. It's abandoned now, but go see what they did to those people. All right, guys. Next video.